Ooh, I like that one. Yeah. You are listening to the Lost Minds. You say that sounds better. You are listening to the Lost Minds podcast.
Let's get this session started with a deep breathing exercise. And by deep breathing exercise, I mean, see on the inside.
Hello. What are you doing? Just making a podcast. Bet your ass cool.
Table up there and like have the camera on the big stand that you had in here, looking at us from.
Oh my god, that'd be so fucking funny.
Us.
Wait. What are you guys talking about?
That'd be so cool.
What am I talking about? I'm talking about the fucking future, dude.
The future.
There's one thing that I dislike more than anything in this world.
The future.
People recording me without me knowing that I'm being recorded, like
On the
every day of my
toilet?
life.
It's just a
Public
prank.
libraries?
It's just a prank, bro.
It's just a prank, dude. Get over it.
But you got a sneak peek of the future live podcasting from Enzyme Peak. So
Yeah, don't take our idea or anything because it's not like it's recorded to the entire world before we do it. You know, whatever.
It's in a book.
Salt Lake doesn't have that big of, I guess, promotion and things. So even we're like the Salt Lake podcast, even though there's I guess I am Salt Lake podcast, but outside of that, there's no one would ever
Go to Enzyme Peak?
Go to Enzyme Peak and take all this equipment up there and
There's one
do a
person who's
podcast.
already done it.
it'd be us.
All right. You, sir, obviously don't surf the YouTubes as much as I do.
I don't. Someone did it already
Yeah.
on Enzyme Peak.
Yeah, there was a band up there that...
A band, not a podcast, right?
No, not a podcast, but there's a band.
Podcasters
They set
are
up like
lazy,
drums
dude.
and everything
A band that's tight.
and played. But,
What do they play?
Music or what?
yeah, music.
You're like, yeah, what is it? It's
Yeah.
a band. What else? is
What
a
the
band?
fuck else?
Yeah.
No, they talked about
They
fucking
played-
jokes.
So I
Bunch
walk
of
up to
Play
jokes.
a
some
bar.
game. Play some fucking Cards Against Humanity.
So a guy walks up to Enzyme Peak, eh?
Who was it? I'd actually kind of watch that.
I can't tell you that.
Don't say
I'd be
it.
infringing on their rights as human beings and telling you their names.
Yep.
They're the official sponsor of the podcast. Who is it?
Actually, I don't even know where Enzyme Peak is. I'm just saying.
Oh, see, that never happened?
No, there was...
Oh, so how do you know it was in that? Well, I guess I see what you mean.
It's a girl from...
You made the point that someone did go up there and they fucking
Yeah.
performed up on a mountain. That's true, though.
It's this girl from Utah. She's a violinist.
Oh, yeah. That girl's a stud, though. She does it in all those cool places.
Yeah, she's done it like all over Utah. And one of
Mary
the places
Catherine
up there.
Gallagher, right?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's her name.
But she does the ice castles and stuff. And
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
like,
she was
that
at the
stuff's
ice
so
castles. She's a superstar.
Everything
Yeah,
we've
girl's
wanted to do, she's done it before us.
Cool. Yeah. She's like, it's like
We should
before,
tell
like,
her she's
Simpsons did
copying
it.
us.
Every time we want to go out there, she's like just sitting up on a little bit higher. Like we go up to the ledge, she's up on a higher ledge, just fiddling away.
The devil's in Georgia.
Yeah. That song, I feel that
The devil went down to Georgia?
I feel like the devil played better
He's looking for a soda, Steve.
No.
in that song. Yeah, I feel
Oh,
like
fuck
the devil
yeah,
killed
dude.
it in that shit.
The reason the devil killed it is because the devil had a band playing the fucking drums and everything. And Johnny just had a fiddle.
Yeah, you asked who played the better.
Johnny played the fiddle better.
No, the devil.
I don't know about that.
He plays it so much.
When you make
faster,
the
too.
fiddle sound like a fucking band,
I know, huh?
it's a lot better
More musical
than
band.
just a fiddle playing a fiddle.
That song reminds me of Tenacious D, the tribute, whatever. When he's like, because that's basically how it goes. You know, Devil
yeah.
came down to Georgia, pops up, wants to play him, except for they're playing a song of the version that they don't remember because it's just the tribute.
It's just a fucking tribute.
Because it's probably like,
This is just a tribute to the greatest song in the world.
they probably started playing that song at the beginning. They're like, "This is the best. We are number one song around." The Devil's like, "Oh, Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ!" And he's like,
The devil's
Yeah.
like, this is good.
comes out of the sky. Yeah, what's up, bro? Because I mean, they gotta hang
Wait,
out.
the devil comes out of the sky?
No, Jesus Christ, because he's probably like, "Oh, Jesus Christ," and then Jesus Christ goes phew, out of the sky because he called him.
Jesus Christ can't come back. He died.
Yeah.
I'm sure
He's gonna come out of a cave, right?
I'm sure he's the devil's friend, though.
No, he's dead.
Who else
That's
do
why
they
he
hang out
died
with?
for us.
Dude, the devil. Or
So he's dead. He doesn't exist anymore.
What about the second
but he's
coming?
in heaven, though. He's right
No,
with
there's
God.
no going back to heaven if you sacrifice
Dude,
yourself.
You're not listening. There's three. There's three people. There's a three gods, one person.
You're telling me if I was a
it's
king
mind,
with
body,
infinite
soul.
amounts of money And I went down to the village and I was like, okay, I'll give all my money away. And then as soon as I'm a poor man, I go back to my castle and I have all the money again.
Okay, that's completely different.
No, because that's exactly
way
what he
different.
did.
No, he didn't.
You can't come to Earth and die and then just go back to heaven and be king of everything again. Did you really die?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Because he could just come back again if he's
What I want to
almighty.
know is
It's like going on
why
your
did
mission.
all of Jesus' teenage years get cut out of the book?
Because they were so
Yeah,
boring.
dude.
He was depressed. He's a little bit emo.
Played video games all
Played
day.
video games
Find
all day.
himself.
And he was actually bad at them. By himself. He never played multiplayer. Single player.
That is
on
interesting.
easy.
If that was like a true story, if the teaching of Jesus was like a true prophet, why don't they put in the bad stuff? Like say he had troublesome teen years or whatever. Yeah, he had got to go pregnant and whatever. And it's like, hey, dude, it
was a
happens to
rebel.
the fucking best of us. Look what happened. Even when you fucking
You know what
walk
book-
down a few paths wrong, and then bam, he still can do some good here or there. Freaking get strung up on a piece
You
of
know
wood.
what book
and
I
help
think
some
is
people.
cool?
What book?
You ever hear the Devil's Bible?
Nope.
It's
What's that about?
It's a big ass book that was supposedly written overnight by a monk who was possessed by the devil, and the book was supposed to take
that'll sell.
like 50 years to write, but the dude wrote it overnight. He walked into his like little study where how the old monks would go into the towers or whatever and they'd like copy books or copy the Bible. So what he did is he went up there, but instead of being guided by God to recopy the Bible, he went up there and was guided by the devil to write the Devil's Bible, and he wrote it. And the book it's like 2 feet by like 3 feet wide. It's a big book. It's not like something small. It's a big book, and it's really thick. And it's got a whole bunch of pictures and descriptions of what the devil looks like and his side of the story. And like what people should do and how they should live their lives in that book. And it was supposed to be something that they say if somebody was to write this book and draw all the pictures in it, it would take them a lifetime to do it. And it wouldn't be able to be done by one man. It would have to be done by 2 or 3 people where they would draw all the pictures and write everything, and they would
unless you
pass
get
it on to their...
monks
that's a
that are
lie.
like devil monks. that
Yeah,
like
but this
sit
guy
there.
did it overnight.
Hey.
He didn't sleep. He just went up into
Where are
the
his
tower.
witnesses?
Where are his witnesses? Well, it's on YouTube.
Well, essentially, that's Muhammad's rap sheet, right? I mean, so like God came down and possessed him, you could say, and so it was like the literal translation of God, and so all in that night he just fucking transcribed it, like God took over his hand.
Yeah, their eyes just roll into the back of their head.
Yeah,
That's the
you
way
never
to do it.
know. I mean, and for me, with it goes back to with a lot of the teachings and things on those.
Teachings.
Yeah, but when you hear people talk like that, for me, I'm like, they're old and they're dumb, so I always take it
Yeah.
with a grain of salt. And so I'm like, well, what do we have now? But even though a lot of times people will take those as they're being old, and they're like, oh, it's old,
It's facts.
it's like this is history. It was like it's been like this forever.
Don't you know that ancient peoples didn't know how to lie? It's actually a new phenomenon that was created in like 2016.
No, I believe it.
Lying.
I believe it.
You're
Like,
wrong.
I'm so full of shit right now.
You're wrong.
That's
No,
how
I believe it.
Yeah,
'Cause
I'm-
have you seen The Invention of Lying with Ricky Gervais? That
Oh
movie.
God,
No.
yeah.
It's funny because it's like they make some stupid world where it's like all happy-go-lucky, and then he's like, I said something that wasn't, and so they like start like having an invention of lying. But within small tribes and cultures, that comes up when it gets to a certain amount of people where, like, yeah, I can only if I were to lie, I could lie to you guys a handful of times,
You lie to us all the time.
Yeah.
but like.
Goddamn
You catch
liar.
it though. You catch it right. You'd be able to catch that right away. So it's almost pointless to lie to people. Like I'm not lying to like my mom or something because you guys know me a lot more, and so like that
have
bullshit
no
gets
idea who
caught
you
quick
are.
faster, And so if you can spread that lie where, I guess if it's someone new, you just kind of walk into. It's like Joseph Smith.
Oh, dude, I used to do that all the fucking time.
Oh, like those people in Oregon.
Yep.
Where they're like, where are you guys from? We're like, we're missionaries from Utah.
Yeah.
Wait, did you guys say that?
Yeah. I was like, you guys want to talk about the Bible? And they're like, get the fuck away from me. Whatever.
When?
The drunk
When is it?
ladies.
The drunk girls at the bar.
Oh yeah, I should have filmed them. I was thinking about that afterwards. And I was like,
thing on?
Yeah, I should have filmed them and been like, dude, that's what happens when you fucking carry a fucking camera around, and then all of a sudden they're like, dude.
What if they attacked us? They
would be funny.
outnumbered us.
No, we had
No,
snowman.
He was high, I think.
It's like the little thing. It's like a beep, beep, and you have the little camera out, and then people like see it, and you walk over, and then once you talk to them for 1 second, then Admir's like, well, hello. And then all of a sudden they're like, and then they start talking shit. So I'll start talking shit. And then all of a sudden, like, yay! This fucking, now we're intermingled. And you're like, God damn, dude, where are these fucking people come from?
Go fucking eat, dude.
Yeah, so I was like, how the fuck did...
like,
I thought they were blocking the entrance. I was like, God damn it, dude.
Yeah, I was about to be like, I'm going to have to beat up some chicks, dude, to get into here and eat me a cheeseburger.
There's a lot going on
Fortunately,
in
I
a
didn't
short
have to.
period of time. All those drunk girls come out and they're like, blah, 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 and then another one, sorry, excuse my drunk friends and stuff. I'm like,
I know,
"You're
while
fucking
she's drunk,
and
too."
Weird. Yeah, I'm like, "What?"
my drunk friend.
Yeah, I was like, what is
She's
this?
very drunk.
Yeah, I was like, I'm just trying to get to, because I know none of you guys are Nana. I'm here to see Nana. This is fucking Nana's fucking pub, and you're none of them. And my tank was on empty. I was ready for food, so I mean,
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, me too. And I like how the door we walked up to go into it isn't the door we actually went into.
Nope.
We like walk around the building, go to the other side.
yeah, that's why I
We
thought
never
that
actually
was
went
the door.
through that door.
That door they were standing at, I thought that was the door to get in. I was like,
Was it
fucking
not?
Move. No, I don't think we had to go through that.
Go through the
area.
other fucking door.
Yeah, we were like standing there. I'm like, God, dude. But I wasn't like really paying attention. I guess as far as the recap of the Oregon trip, I was talking about, I can't remember, I think it was with my brother, but for some reason I was like telling him, I don't know if it's Salem being witch country or whatever, but everyone there, they felt like they were on some form of a spell. I don't know if it's a spell of meth or if it's a spell of sadness or something, but they got a little freaking...
I did say something rude to that one girl where
Don't you feel like people there were on meth town or something?
I felt like they were in depressed town because it fucking doesn't stop raining there.
But I feel like
They
that's
never
not
see
so
the
bad,
sun,
though.
dude.
That's not so bad.
It is. I think in about 1,000 years, everybody there will be pale white because they have no vitamin D.
Yeah, they'll film the next Twilight there.
Yep.
Guaranteed.
Everyone will be like vampires.
Yep.
Do you think that played
And it'll be a
part-
documentary. It won't be a fucking...
Do you think that contributed to the Salem witch trials? Like all of a sudden,
Wrong coast.
It's all raining. They're like
Really
tripping out on
wrong.
some stupid plants.
Acid.
They
I
have this
heard it
thing-
was fungus or something.
Yeah, because it drove them
in the
crazy.
water.
But so say, think of that. You know, you're super depressed. Your emotions are on blow, whatever. You're just like,
On coke?
and then all because you when you're in those, I feel like a lot of those people were super like defeated or depressed, where they were kind of
Unless
done,
they were
but they're ready to
working.
pop.
No, dude.
Well,
a lot of the people there were.
Shout out to
pretty-
Dutch Bro. The people at Dutch Bros, like
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
the girls
Holy
at Dutch
shit.
Bros, even the people there, they had like a different energy that didn't seem around.
It's
for
probably
town.
the tiny enclosure of nothing but coffee smells.
Yeah.
You know, just 24/7.
4 people in there. It's like two
Yeah.
girls, 2 guys, fucking coffee.
2 girls, 2 guys,
Everyone's like,
fucking coffee.
Dude, I watched that live stream all day. They're just making coffee. I'm like, dude, you guys watching this? Dude, they're like fucking making
Did they
coffee.
just slip something in that guy's coffee?
Holy
Hey,
shit. That guy's swerving all over the place.
You
Yeah, I
come
can
up with a
shout out. They give
conspiracy
yourself
theory.
free. That's a lot of free coffee.
Oh, if you're
honestly.
ever in another state, just be like, "Hey, I've never had Dutch Bros," and you will get a free coffee. I paid for
Every
mine like
time.
a fucking idiot, but they did give me a stamp card. It was
Oh,
pretty
that was
cool.
for the free one, huh?
Yep.
Yep.
Which is really cool. I like that. I like that
Every
perk.
time.
Because
Every
think of it.
coffee.
We're talking about it. I would like to go talk to them. I mean, if there was a Dutch Bros in Salt Lake City, I'd be like, oh, get some Dutch Bros.
You just want to get yourself a false beard, some spray tan, and a couple beanies. You can go there, 7 different people, in
Yep.
7 different minutes, 7 different days. You get 7 different cups of coffee.
Well, they're
Freaking
small.
awesome.
So I feel like you could probably just drive down the street to a different one.
What do you mean they're small? Cups?
No, the buildings are like little huts.
Oh, yeah, they're like little shacks.
So you could just drive down the street, hop another one.
They did look kind of fancy, though. Where like, when I first seen it, I was like, dude, this is the only thing that has color here. I honestly, when we were in Oregon, I felt like we were in Europe. It was black and white, felt grayscaled. I was like,
Yeah,
dude,
it's definitely,
when did we come to Europe? Because that's how Europe is. It's grayscaled. You ever watch any World War II movies?
A lot of
Basically
rucksacks.
Huh?
A lot of rucksacks.
Rucksacks. A lot of people had patches on their eyes because they're pirates.
They were wearing shades. It was like.
What about
vampire
Newport Beach? What did you guys think of that?
A lot of rocks.
I enjoyed actually Newport. As far as between all that stuff that was there, Newport was like the coolest. Pulling up, I felt like to Newport, even though it was like plain and pretty calm and relaxed and simple. I don't know. It seemed more normal. You're like, oh, it's kind of a little.
The dudes in
Beach
that truck
town.
were pretty cool.
Get a few breaths of air out here and get away from like the creeps in Salem. Not, I mean, I feel bad ripping on Salem, but
I don't. It was weird there. I felt like it was Meth City.
Dude, it was so random to me. The whole area. I mean, Everyone in Oregon, I don't know, I shouldn't say everyone in Oregon, but that
everybody. 100%.
Every
people.
single person.
Yeah, I met every single one there. Every single person came up to me. I was like, next. Next. It's like, get away.
And that's a weird thing, too. I found out they don't have basements there because of flooding. So if you're planning on moving to Oregon or Washington or anywhere up in that place, they don't have basements in their houses. So if you're a basement person like myself,
If you're a
I'm a basement dweller.
if you're a basement dweller and you like to have stalagmites and stalactites growing in your basement, that state is not the place you want to go to because it floods.
Well, that was when we got the hotel
flood.
or whatever. I don't want to put the place on blast, but Nights Inn in Salem sucks. And so...
So much for Nights Inn. It's more like Peasants Inn.
Yeah, dude. Because they had the Holiday Inn that was probably like $94 or something, and so I was like, it was kind of in that same area. I'm like, that's not bad. That's a pretty good deal, and I'd rather have got that. And it's like going through the thing, and then we're on Hotwire, and so Hotwire is like, if you can click an area where it's the weekend deal anywhere within this zone, and you can get it for half price, $55, instead of whatever the full price was. And it was in the area, and it showed 4 chains, and one of them was the hotel, the Holiday Inn or whatever. And
Nights Inn?
Holiday Inn. Hotels. They're all hotels, which is the thing. Is the thing. They all said hotels. And so I would have paid for a Holiday Inn, so
They're full of hoes.
So it was one of the 4 on there, and so I go, what the hell, get the weekend deal. It was in the thing. I almost thought it was a Holiday Inn. Pops up Nights Inn. I was like, what the fuck, dude? Nights Inn is not even a hotel. It's a fucking motel. And
it's like something you see in Vice City where you get in a gang fight.
Yeah, but even when I had it in the regular Hotwire, it was like $100 a night as well. So we got it for like half price, which is luckily because pulling up to the fucking piece of shit. We get there and the pool cemented over. It's a fucking gated area. I don't know. You lock your children in that area. What do you fucking do there?
That was good. I love that.
Oh, yeah.
And then
gated concrete pool.
They have like their breakfast and stuff like with the lady when we're like checking in. I'm like, you guys get coffee and stuff going? She's like, yep, that's our whole. So we have coffee and you can get yourself a couple. It was like a little wrap muffin thing or whatever. And 7:30 sharp a.m. breakfast served. And I was like, that is not breakfast. One coffee pot, there's a Haggard coffee pot, is not breakfast, especially with like a weird half.
Like a little roach swimming in circles.
It's like, well, you don't pay for that. I hope it's not getting charged as that, but that's what they get to put on the website is, deluxe breakfast. It's like, go fuck yourself. Then you get in the rooms, fucking holes in the wall. That was funny because I keep, I think I was telling my brother about it. I'm like, these rooms are shitty, dude, because we get there and he's like, well, they're that shitty. And I was like, yeah, because we got a bunch of meat. And Admiral was like, dude, we can maybe use a straw or a screw or whatever. And Admiral's like, all of a sudden uncorking them on with the screw. I'm like, oh, you found one? He's like, yeah, there's a fucking one just sitting in the wall. It's like literally, I touched it, like touching it, just like pulls it out of the wall. Like it's a screw that's just sitting in the wall.
Yeah, we needed a cork for the mead or a screw to remove the cork.
Yeah,
I thought the best part was the first night, pass out. And one of us forgot to turn the fucking heater off, but...
Not it.
Was it AC or heater?
I passed out first, right?
I don't know who passed out.
Pretty sure.
I passed out last. But I fell asleep around midnight, and I wake up around 4 in the morning to someone screaming, and I thought there was people getting murdered. It was like, ah! 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 And I'm like, oh, that's not somebody getting murdered. That's somebody getting fucking destroyed is what that is. And I'm like, so I got up and I was like, maybe I should close the window. Window was already closed, so I had to open it because it was freaking hot in the room. So I opened up the window and it just got even worse. Black. I was like, but it was a chick's voice. I can't make a chick's voice.
It was a night walker, dude. It's a motel. The area we were staying in, I had done a review on it later, and it's like, is this a trendy area? Is this where a college town, is a college bar, or like a college hotel, or where college people would hang out and all this stuff? I was like, no. If this is a place where fucking
bikers hang out.
We were at the Night's
hookers
Watch.
hang out. It was it the Night's Watch? Yeah, where some fucking hookers were getting pile drived over there, because any place where you could drive a fucking car through the floor or like a door. I mean, we were on the second floor, but the ground floor, you can drive a car through that door. I'm like, that's a motel, dude. If the parking lot and the fucking door is connected, that's a motel to me, dude.
They even had a sign on the building saying, do not back in
Yeah,
Because I think they're afraid of people getting kidnapped as you come out of their door, like a minivan parked in backwards.
Oh, toss them in.
Just boom.
I don't know about that.
There you go.
Yeah, it's gone.
You always gotta peel out.
Dude, there was people peeling out at the fucking Soul Market today, the De La Soul or whatever thing, that swap meet market over on 35th. I was like, I could just, I was sitting at the light turning left onto 35th, and I could just hear the cars. I could see the smoke and everything. And once I got onto 35th, there's all these trucks, and it's like a 2016. It was like a 2500 Silverado 4-door and shit, normal. It was going in a donut, spinning out his tires. And I'm like, what the fuck? They had a truck show going on. It was all normal trucks.
Did you roll your window down and be like, never mind, that's probably a trigger word for some douchebag.
Fucking jealous, and it was like Hulk. It was like, trigger. Turn into a trigger monster.
You know, the only thing that triggers me is when people say trigger.
Yeah.
You know, my favorite part of that fucking first night was fucking Brick shitting out of his mouth, dude. What happened there, dude?
Yeah, what happened, dude?
That's what I was like trying to figure. I think it was either the
Motel?
The smell of our non-smoking room, or it was supposed to be a smoking room because apparently, if you smoke vape is smoke there and stuff, and so that was the thing. They're like, "Oh, is there any vape?"
Vape-nish.
Yeah, it was
Vape-nish, bro.
vape-nish. I get done. I'm like, well, no, there's nothing like that. They're like, well, if now that anybody vapes and stuff, these are all like smoking room. That should have been another fucking nod, you know. If they don't have any, because we had holes in the walls. Our room was a smoking room, and it smelled like smoke. But with the like I don't even know.
It smelled like the maid is smoking a cigarette while she's doing your room.
She's like, oh yeah.
You probably was, dude. Because every time we came back, someone smoke a cigarette in here.
She's from like Eastern Europe. Oh yeah, Joe.
Hey, what's wrong with the Eastern Europeans? Hey.
Mama
Dude,
I can't wait to get out of here and get some chipotle.
they've been through some fucking shit. They're like, they walk in there like, yeah.
Takes me right back
This
to
is
the...
fucking nothing. No, it was either the smell of like fucking cigarettes or like the heat. Yeah, because like at 4 o'clock I wake up, I'm like, oh man, I have a headache. I'm like, oh, I gotta take a shit. And I get up, I'm like, God, my head's killing me. I'm like, fuck, I think I got a shit. I'm like, go to the bathroom, take a piss. No, I don't have shit. Go lay back down. I'm like, God, I fucking gotta throw the fuck up. I fucking walk over.
Yeah, I was like, dude.
I was like, dude, what the fuck is going on? And I don't know if it was
out
an
an alien or something?
But then I was weird though, because like right after, I'm like sit down, lay down. I'm like, well, we'd head up, shut off the heater, open the fucking windows,
Open the door.
The fucking people had fallen asleep, or the person had rode off. Fucking
Yeah,
get
it's
on
Harley.
their motorcycle, fucking takes off. It's like done, I guess. Yeah, yeah. I was like, because the next night, that was. Yeah, I was making sure that thing wasn't even happening because I felt like almost it was heat stroke or... Dude, I got fucking possessed by a witch's brew from the past fucking witch that was in the room. Dude, who knows what, and her chemicals like seeped into the wall. Or what was left of the fucking holy walls.
It was like
shit, dude.
dripping out of the ceiling right into your mouth as you were
It took like
sleeping.
a week to get the deposit thing back, and I like called them back on Friday, and I thought they were going to charge me that deposit for the room or whatever. And I was like, oh, that deposit has a charge. I didn't get the voided receipt. And I was going to freak. And they go, oh, no, it says voided. We have no more, or whatever, blah, blah. And when I got done talking to him, and then I was going to call the card company and went online again, and it was, like, gone. And I was good, because I was about to, I thought I was going to have to, like, freak out. I would have driven all the way back to Oregon, dude. I mean, like, this fucking room has got holes in the walls. The screws aren't even fucking in there. It smells like fucking cigarettes. Safe is sitting on the fucking ground. The fucking heater is broken.
Right?
It's like,
the safe, you could just pick it up and take it with
walk
you.
out of there,
I
dude.
was safe.
The fucking heater and everything had marker drawn on it, and then like to be where the arrow was, you know. Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, I could see where they tried and stuff, but I would have like lost my shit if I had to pay a deposit for that shit. I've been like, what? Like, well, yeah, there's a hole in the wall. Like, bitch, I'll put a fucking hole in the wall and show you a hole in the wall because this place had like Dalmatian wall. It was below every box. It was like a little bit of thing was like chipped out. It's like, what the fuck was like some like tweaker in there and stuff like that. There's somebody in the wall, man. They're communicating through the electricity. Fucking digging through the plug. Well, I guess just kidding. Put the fucking plug back on. There's just a hole there. No one will care. It's like it's garbage, dude.
It was pretty bad, but
$100 a night, dude. Fuck.
But
Who would pay $100 a night? I'm glad I got it for Dylan.
you know what else was fun though?
The drive
Sold
there.
out.
The drive there was fucking so much fun. I loved it.
Oh man, Admir was the passenger. I drove the whole way. Yeah.
Yep.
And yeah, Admir was so scared. He was
Okay.
shitting himself. Not because of my driving.
It was because of his driving.
BT
but
dubs.
I have like PTSD because I drive a light pickup truck, and in the rain it just slides left and right. So and I had to be in control because I know what I'm doing. So when someone else is driving a car in the rain, I get nervous.
Oh, is that why I should have sat in the front? Huh? I'd have been like,
But
passed
the fact
out
that it
and
was
back.
raining that bad and we were going 120 miles an hour down a mountain in
It was
fog.
like
I
95,
know, what are you trying to do? Oh, allegedly.
allegedly.
I'm over exaggerating. It was 75, but still 75 in the rain is still fast in the rain, especially in a light pickup truck. I'm usually going about 5.
It was a Toyota
Under
Camry. Those are way safe.
I don't know. That's why I was
full of
panicking.
fucking expensive electronics, bodies,
Human flesh.
valuables. Fucking,
And when we were driving past the river, dude, and I looked out there and all you see is blackness, just
we're in a
death.
car though. It's way better than like a light pickup, dude.
Well, I love how when I picked you guys up, all we did for the first 5 minutes was talk about how, like songs about 3 people dying on
yeah.
a car trip.
In the
And I was like,
river,
well,
upside
yep,
down.
If we're gonna die, it's today.
And we didn't die. Or maybe we did.
Maybe.
It's like coming through.
Do you guys even remember that trip? How do we even know it happened?
I remember it. I used to think I liked Phil Collins, and I remember trying to just pretend to sleep while you guys pretend to know the words to "In the Air Tonight."
Oh, dude, we went
Way
ahead.
back.
Because I'm dying in you. That song?
No, where you're like,
Oh, dude, that was a crazy fucking drive. That was scary at a couple
we were
points.
coming back to like caves or whatever. Yeah, any song that came up on that channel, I was like, dude,
Miley Cyrus.
I wish you
I don't
would
even
have
know
known
what
the
you guys are
words to
talking
Miley
about right now.
Cyrus.
Songs? We were trying to come up with the word? What?
No, you were singing. You were singing.
Admir was singing at the top of his
He
lungs.
was singing on the top.
I
of his
was. I
Staring
was a good
at
singer.
that poor Asian guy who was trying not to make eye
Oh,
contact.
yeah, dude, I remember that. The guy in the other Toyota. That was fun.
'Cause I was like sleeping, kind of on and off, and I could hear these like I guess both you guys like singing or whatever, and I like Admir singing or trying to sing along with the words. I was like, are they trying to stay awake or do whatever? I was gonna film it, but at the same time, I was like, oh fuck it, dude.
You're like, are they trying as hard as I am? Because I can't. Are they falling asleep at the wheel? You wake up, this police sirens everywhere. You're upside down. You're like, oh, what's going on?
Well, I was confused. That was an intense trip, dude. We left fucking Friday, drove all day and stuff. Get there that night. We eat some food, fuel up, whatever. Fall asleep. Get up, meet up in the morning. Go hang out like all day.
Yeah,
at
why
the
did we
beach,
go?
Drive all the way out there
Why did we go to Oregon, Brick?
Why did we go to Oregon, Brick?
to see snowmen and do some more podcasting. But no,
yeah.
think about it.
Shit.
so we get there and then so we show up. And
We're
then
the 3 best friends that anybody can have.
The 3 best friends that anyone can have. And we are pretty cool, dude, to show up. But so even because if you think about it, it was like one day. So as in we get there and we meet for one day where it's 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock we meet up, go because we're kind of
Breakfast.
all about
No,
45
Dutch
minutes
Bros.
apart. Yeah. So we get coffee, get breakfast, and then go to the beach. And then so by that time it's like midday. We're like there all kind of day. Towards the end of the evening, we drive back. It was like an hour and sit down and then end up podcasting until 2 in the morning or some shit.
Yeah.
Something crazy like that, yeah.
Yeah, and podcast for like multiple hours, and then
Wake up at 6:30.
wake up early, and then fucking like fuel up, and then peace out.
4
And
hours of
then
sleep, and then we
next day-
drive for 12.
And then I kind of slept
Well,
on the
I drove
drive.
for
I don't know how
12,
you.
and you guys passed out.
I didn't sleep.
Yeah,
That
right.
was-
Admir was fucking passed out like a sweet baby.
See, I think I should
When?
have done that. I should have like stayed awake because passing out fucked me up. The next like day or two, I was like kept trying to sleep. I'm like weird cat
Oh,
naps.
I slept like a fucking rock. Dude.
See, that's why I should have stayed up the whole time because I usually drive, and that's usually how I do it. So I never like get like that weird like.
I think when you're
lag.
driving, it's easier because you're panicking.
Fuck
You're like,
yeah,
I can't close my eyes. Can't close my eyes. Put on some sweet, smooth jazz. Turn up the heater. Roll
When
up the windows.
That's why I brought my glasses with the eyes on them. You guys were none the wiser. I just put it on
driving.
cruise.
You're like, the next 6 miles is going to be straight ahead.
Dude, that'd be
set
so
a little
scary.
alarm on my phone.
You like time it for the turn in 2 minutes, and the thing comes up in 2 minutes 10 seconds. Turn to the left. There we go.
Turn right, turn left. Could be into the straightaway for 5 miles. I'm sitting there talking to myself. Dude, I can't believe we're going 95 in the rain right now. It's crazy, dude. It's just, I can't believe you're not
My
even
head's just
panicking. That's why we missed a couple of those exits when I was like, dude, I really got to go to the bathroom. You're just like nodding your head.
It's like,
All right, guess we can hit the next one.
It's one of those Home Alone machine things. It's like a piece of tape on the back of his head with a string that's like hooked to one of those like little machines that like the bobber goes down, up and down. And it's just his head.
Well, that on the drive up there, right before you go up into the mountains in Oregon, like, it's beautiful. And then sometimes there's clouds on the mountain.
That was scary.
I'm
I
not
honestly
gonna
thought we were
lie,
gonna die.
I was getting a little claustrophobic.
Were you really?
Because it seems like, but I had to hold it together because Admiral was already shitting himself.
Dude,
I could smell it just dripping down his pant legs.
dude,
and I was
it
like,
was turtling.
Well, coming down, that was,
We couldn't, dude, you couldn't see 5 feet in front of you.
I could see the lines, and that's all I was looking at. I was like, all right, if I see brake lights, I'm going to slam on the brakes, but stare at the fucking street fucking stripes.
That's what I was curious too. If you'd be like cruising, all of a sudden, in the middle of the fog, there's a car that like spins out a little bit, just sideways, and you just hit the broadside of it, just coming down at 70. Oh shit! There's a car that like spinned out 5 meters up, but you can't see it.
In the rain. Right as the dude gets out of his car, opens his door, steps out, fucking takes
Yeah,
him
honey,
out.
I think we need to push and it opens up the door just enough to where it's like completely open, where the honey sees through him and us at the same time. Boom!
Cheese it.
Yo, cheese it. Oh my god.
2 cars go flying off the cliff. And I'm like, I fucking do it.
We're like fucking going down there like 80, you know, and so like
Allegedly.
yeah, what is the speed limit there? Well, even if it's 70, think you're just sitting at there 0 miles an hour. You're just sitting there sideways, you know, kind of basically standing there between you and another car, and then another thing hits you at 80 miles an hour. I wonder how much of you would be left.
All of it.
I think if you were standing there and you opened the door
same
and you got out,
configuration as it was before.
yeah, and you were there with 0%, and then someone was coming at you 100% and like hit into you, like your body from like that area where the 100% would be squished to 0%, and then your head would pop off like a zit, probably, or the top of your body. But
All I was thinking
What
that
was
whole
left over?
drive in the fucking cloud was, I should have got the insurance on the car.
oh, you didn't get insurance on the car?
No, dude.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't. If I would just got like using my own or something.
Oh yeah, I
I'm
would've
already
used my own,
paying
but
so much for my own fucking insurance.
It was fun. It was a fun
It
drive.
was
It
fun.
was beautiful, especially that huge ass fucking, what is it, canal or river
River, dude.
right next to when
The
you're going
Columbian?
towards Portland.
Oh, the Columbian River. Yeah, it would have been kind of cool. We came in a little bit darker. Would it got darker like 5 o'clock?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It would have been nicer to see it during the day because it is pretty damn.
I wanted to see the ocean at night. That's the
No,
one
you
thing
didn't. You're like, fuck the ocean at night.
I know, but I
shit
wanted to
fucking
still
scared
see it,
me.
though.
That ocean at night and all that shit at night. Any type of big water mass at night is, yeah.
Your mind goes wild. You're like, the Kraken. There's probably clowns out there swimming around.
Just one dolphin.
Dude, that'd be horrible.
Like,
That'd be creepy. It's like, what is there a laughing clown floating around? It's like some Minecraft shit. It's like out in the middle of the water, all of a sudden there's like some fucking creeper just floating. You're like, what the fuck, dude? It blows up in the water.
Some bobbing clown.
It's like,
You're like, all right, anybody bring the big machine gun? That's, dude, imagine being on a cargo ship, one of those big ones with all the cargo stuff, and you're all by yourself on it in the ocean. Just, whoo.
I feel like any of those big ships out in the middle of the ocean would be creepy. Be by any with a crew or with people. Who just
Yeah, hire a bunch of mercenaries, dude, to be like, okay, keep those pirates off of us.
especially if you
Not
just see
even
like
pirates,
a little
dude. I'm more
rowboat.
scared of krakens.
Imagine that, just seeing a rowboat in the middle of the ocean.
That'd be creepy. Some
Just
guy.
like,
Wrong way, boys.
Wrongly.
plundered.
And you look up, you're like in some kind of fucking typhoon, so you're like going head first down into a fucking whirlpool, but it seems like you're driving into some kind of fucking wormhole because fucking water's all around you, it's over your heads, but really you've gone down. You're fucking 1,000 feet into the earth at this point. Oh, the waters around you. It's like you're falling into fucking Moby Dick's belly. Next thing you know.
I think if I ever went on something like that, I'd bring a sword with me. Like a short little Roman, what are they called? The little swords.
Berserker, I don't know what they're called.
Shiv?
No, they have actually have a
Shiv,
word
yeah.
for them, and I know it. I know it's like I know the word. I need to file some like dig through the files.
Yeah, it's like a
Those are empty
pinnacle.
cabinets.
Like,
And
where's
all I'm
all my
doing-
shit?
I'm like, I burned it all yesterday.
Mom, where's my files? It's like telepathy. What the fuck?
No, it's like I didn't want the FBI finding out what's in my mind, so I had my memory erase itself. You ever watch that SpongeBob episode where he's like, "I need you to forget everything," and he's like, like goes into his head, and there's like a bunch of million different SpongeBobs, and they're like, "Burn everything, burn everything." And he's like his age. He's like everything. They're dumping files and burning it all with like kerosene. And then there's only one cell left, and he's got glasses on. He's like running, and he trips, and his glasses break. And he's like, "No!"
That's how I imagine my brain is kind of a bunch of different versions of everything kind of like working together. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And someone like trips. Oh, I'm not going to make it. Fucking forget him. Fucking door shut. There's that little bit of my personality that gets left behind.
It's like the Star Wars gates. It's like,
Yeah.
zoom, everything else gets
Oh,
vacuumed
you guys
out.
got to watch the new Justice League. Holy shit.
Is there Star Wars in there?
There's a part just like that. It's pretty intense. Where they have to destroy, like, they have to hit some fucking huge wooden planks. Once they hit them, a huge concrete wall just falls down. Boom.
Crushing all the good guys.
No. Like blocking the way.
Oh, shit.
It's intense. You got to watch it. Justice League. I'll give it a 4 out of 789.
It's like it's
It's
modest.
good.
0 being terrible.
Yeah.
7 being pretty decent. But I really got to take a leak, dude. You guys want to take a break? real
Yeah,
quick?
let's take a quick pizza break.
And now a word from our sponsors.
Yo, this is the ad in the middle of the podcast. What we want you to do is, if you could politely go to using our Amazon link and just buying yourself whatever you need: toilet paper, cereal, water bottles. Get the clean ones, biodegradable ones, something good for the environment. Keep the earth green and clean for everybody else. Like our microphones. Our microphones are friendly. They're biodegradable.
friendly.
They're organic.
They're even edible. Brick,
These
quit
are-
trying to chew yours.
They're organic microphones. And you can even go and buy a food subscription. You can get your Twitch subscriptions. You can do anything you want to the Amazon link.
You could get those buttons that if you accidentally push it, if you put it in the child's vicinity and they push it, you start ordering free shit. It's not really free, but
You talking about the like button?
the like button.
While you at it, smash it, comment, subscribe. Thanks for listening.
Yeah. Put your shirt on. Bam. Pee break over.
And pizza break, both in the same time. We were doing them
You
both
gotta
at the
save,
same time.
Yeah, you gotta save time.
Save
It's
time.
Crucial.
Eating, pissing. The only thing that I do want to say about Oregon, because I feel like I've been talking a lot of shit on it, but
I liked it.
there's no witches there. Or
There's no
bitches.
sun there
ain't
either.
shit there. Just kidding.
Stay as far away from Oregon as you possibly can.
That was the one thing too I was kind of curious about. I should have checked to see like the little bushes and shit, but I don't know, for some reason I thought there'd be like,
Bushes?
witch. Yeah, like I thought there'd be like witch culture, you know, like see like a witch sign or be like, you know, that they.
But that's Salem, Oregon, isn't it? Isn't
but
it like
we-
Salem, Massachusetts, or Salem something else on the East Coast? Because that's
Something
when it
over there,
started. It was
yeah.
like in 1765 by a guy named Ratchet McVille.
I think it also happened on an island, didn't it?
No, there was no islands.
Is it really way over? I thought
Yeah,
it was in
dude.
Salem, Oregon.
No,
And
it
the
was
only
in
way
Salem, like
to
East
find
Coast.
out if someone's a witch is
If they float.
if you kill them.
Oh, Jesus,
Basically,
I was way wrong.
they
then.
won't die. But
But what else floats?
what I liked about Oregon was that there was a lot of green bushes and green trees.
That's because it rains 24/7.
Greenery.
Yeah.
I will say one thing though. Allegedly, their weed is not good, dude. I don't think.
Yeah, allegedly it's not.
Well, I mean, it's all right, but like,
I
I
wouldn't
don't know.
know.
California,
But if you
and
allegedly-
Colorado is, dude, they're another level.
Well, Colorado's been on the rise since the beginning. They started
Yeah,
it.
that's
They started from the bottom, and now they're here. Everybody's got to catch up.
They tough.
So
Technically,
if you
Colorado.
want to go for your first time, I'd suggest Steamboat Springs. It's really nice. It's like the Park
Allegedly.
City of Colorado. It's really nice. It's fun. It's hip. There's a lot of good hiking areas. There's a couple of hot springs, I believe.
Steamboat, where's that?
It's
Like right when you first come into Colorado?
in the northern area, though.
Is it in the mountains?
Correct.
Why would you name a town Steamboat in the mountains? Is there a river there that uses steamboat to get
to?
to?
Well, there used to be a huge lake right there
Oh.
a long time ago, like thousands of years ago. And they used to drive their steamboats around
Thousands of years ago. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Now there's
Who?
Steamboat Willie, dude.
Steamboat Willie.
Wow. Whistle, the guy
Here's
that bounces around.
dude. Here's a high thought. Even though I'm not stoned,
Yet.
Colorado is like in the high elevations, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like physically high up there. So wouldn't it make sense for it to be like the best place to get high?
Well, apparently,
Because
like
you're so
it
high
does.
up.
The way
So
it
is there
grows
marijuana
is really,
good, or is there marijuana just
It's just up there.
deceiving you because it's up there?
I think it's half and half. Because allegedly, when you take bud from Oregon to Utah, dude, it like changes. It like it's dry and like it's squiveled up and stuff because it's so moist up in Oregon and so dense and stuff. And you bring this dry climate and the higher altitude, it like fucking compresses it.
That's because when you're allegedly bringing it down here, you're putting it into a dry place, like way up there.
Yeah, but I think but I think you like also
It sucks all the moisture out of it.
they would add moisture into it. I feel like
What?
I feel
Your
like
body
it
takes
depends on
moisture,
your
doesn't
diet.
it? Yeah, if you have a high fiber diet, you should.
That's true, but yeah, if you're eating like McDonald's or In-N-Out, it's just like
If you're eating those
dude, you just
McDonald's
wasted
fries.
it, dude. You just wasted it. Wasted the good.
What
hit.
did you have for lunch today? McDonald's fries. God damn it, you can't be it. Get out of here.
Dude, some of it's grown like super dense, so super high, and then other stuff's like grown where it's like super humid and stuff. So, dude, I bet like if you were to have like Maui Wowie, you could say or whatever, like the Hawaii kind. I imagine that one, which is like sea level, grown on like volcano ash, is probably, I don't even know if it would even grow the same or would even grow up in like Colorado in the wintertime, in the cold, in the fucking altitude, in the snow.
Here's another thought. If the person that's growing it was smoking it around it, do you think it'd freak the plants out? Like they're on fire?
I don't know. I always thought about that too. You're
You have to
burning
have
their
a clean
buddies. You're like,
environment.
They're
blowing
like,
smoke on
oh
'em.
man, dude, my friend's burning.
The thing that's
Create a
always
toxin.
weird is that it's weed. It's a like weeds, like a weed,
Like a dandelion.
So yeah, it'll just if you could fucking allegedly you can just stick some seeds in a bowl and just leave it there jokingly and just have it pour like beer bottles and shit on it, and it'll fucking grow.
I don't know about that.
Allegedly, I know a person. That's what that one that was just sitting there. We're just emptying shit on it.
I think people are gonna have to Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Yep.
Science project.
I did put water, but like nothing really. And mostly it was like doing like beer and shit.
So what if somebody allegedly took one of those airplanes that like spreads seeds all over and they just flew it over a town, just like
complain.
yeah, just dumping them. Yeah,
Seeded them. Are you talking about chemtrailing? But with
but with like
instead of little
marijuana
micro seeds or
Yeah.
like big ass seeds, you could easily do that. To be honest, I bet it would grow all over. In India and shit, it grows all over the place. Where like little kids will go and collect the sappy parts of it. So even the bud will be a part of it, and you can get rid of it and get like the sappy part. And they'll save like big, huge balls of it, and they make it like it's like a thick paste. What do they call that shit?
paste,
Almost like it. It's like thick. It gets
thick paste,
fucking. What do they call that shit?
thick paste,
It's like another type of name for it.
thick
bud
ball,
or whatever.
Tar?
But then they'll take it over to the people and they get it. It's
glue.
No. This is like bud terms. So it's called like what am I thinking?
I know what it is.
Come on,
You know
dude,
what I'm talking about?
get out of
It's
here,
like-
get out of
You
it.
see like compressed up versions of it, and it was like a strong version of bud back in the day, but now there's just like real versions. But so they'd take that shit and then they'd take it to like the old guys and they'd sell it to them just because they could hurry and run around town, grab it off a bunch of shit weeds that are just sitting around, and then sell it to like old people because they'll take that and make teas out of it and shit. In India, like it's different and it just grows. It's like a weed, but over here it's weird because I mean. Dude, it would grow so... It wouldn't be, like, vital. It definitely wouldn't be, like, good. But, like, hemp seed itself would grow so wild. You could go break off a stalk of hemp, have, like, a...
So how come it
hemp
doesn't
stick
grow
with, like,
wild
a
now?
Wham, wham. Because, dude...
Like a common dandelion, because everybody hates dandelions and crabgrass and all
I
that
don't think
shit.
they're as strong as those weeds.
They're not natural to this environment either. They're definitely...
Neither is crabgrass or dandelions or some of that shit, and it grows in my yard like fucking crazy. And every year I poison the shit out of it. And
I think
it
that came,
just
though,
comes
with
back.
all, like... Because even grass, like... The fucking grass, any grass here should not be grown.
You mean my
normally in
Kentucky
Utah.
bluegrass that I
Yeah.
got growing, dude? You telling me that ain't from here?
Everything in Utah, everything here is just garbage. I mean, not garbage, but it's really dry. It's that fine desert terrain where the dirt's really.
Yeah, everything here just makes it.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. The dirt is I don't know. It's not like good for that kind of soil. It's made.
That's
for
why
soil.
you got to get fertilizer, and you got to fertilize your ground with
like having-
human
dude,
feces.
Do you have grass
That's what they
in the
used to
desert? It
do
doesn't grow in the desert.
in like the 60s. You know that?
Well, let me ask you guys, what was your final thoughts on Oregon
I like it.
overall? Like, I mean, we only went to Salem and we drove through Portland, kind of.
We were there for one day. I love Portland. That's why I won't affiliate Portland with Oregon and Portland separate. I feel like, but
Well,
Oregon's cool, but it's a little separate. I don't know.
I don't like the fact that they don't have basements.
I mean,
That depressed me a little bit. I was like, what? What happens if something happens?
you got to understand, Admir is a
tsunami.
basement dweller.
Yes.
She has grown up in basements
vampire.
since day one.
Why do you think we always do our podcasts at night?
He's like, how many? He walks into a house. How many dwellings do you have? This basement have? 0. He's like, fucking backs up, walks out of there. What's wrong with him?
Yeah, he doesn't like no basements.
That'd be so funny. That I would be the other person too. Like, really? You really gonna ask me that? You just mentioned fucking basements, bro. You're so insensitive, dude. Fuck. Hashtag no basement, dude. Fuck. It's like start some movement. It's like
Hashtag no. It's like today they built basements in Oregon because of the hashtag movement no basements.
everyone's like house floods. Fucking like kid, they come down there. Hey Timmy, how you living in the new basement? Open the door. He's like fucking just floating with face down, but the water's risen all the way up to the top of the stairs, just floating there with a couple odds and ends. You're like, oh. This fucking act is ruining our lives. It's the youth of the nation.
it's like indoor pools.
Dude, that'd be a trip, and it's like, it's your rooms. You have to like to dive in, swim underneath the little cavern, then you like pop up, and it's like an underground cavern. Like,
That would be cool.
hell yeah, that's the only way in and stuff. Someone
right.
comes up, you're like, some burglar, you're like kicking him.
Wouldn't that be like
It's like Batman. shit.
radiation proof too? If you had like a shield of water above your dwelling,
Yeah.
that you had to swim under to get to it.
Yeah, filters like water filters would filter everything. The only thing that sucks is that little cave would have your own like farts and breath and shit in there. But if you had like a purifier, whatever little thing in there, you have fresh air pumping in there or something. Bam. But yeah, it would if there was radiation and things like that outside. If it was a huge cave, I don't see how it would get in there.
Kind of like a P-trap, like a toilet P-trap. You'd have to swim from one side, like under,
yeah, exactly
boom,
like that,
come out
yeah.
to the other side. Then when enemies would come in, they'd be wet.
protects you from the poop.
Then you just poop right in that water too.
Outside. You're like, God, it's not flushing.
God damn it! If I can hit one on the way in.
Yeah, you just come floating up in there. It's just like, you just push it off, and you're bringing a girl into your fucking room. You're like, come on, like, this is so cool. Girl's like coming up, it's like, boop, boop.
She's
What
like,
the heck are
"What's
these Snickers? Back up, bitch. It's not a Snickers.
Has a brown streak across her
God,
face.
this one, so obviously, I guess I can't have any of your Snickers. It's like,
I'd be like, no, there's actually trout in there. There's some brown trout.
brown shirt.
There's brown trout in the lake.
Oh, it's like half the, like, sinking. But they're pretty buoyant. Isn't that part of, like, knowing your poop, too, is, like, if it floats or if it sinks or...
That's why I just usually eat lead weights with my meals, because it makes everything sink.
Hey, you never know. You could already have lead in there because you take a shit like you would. I mean, it's like you cut your finger and you pour blood on there. You look at the blood, you can't see like the metal in the blood. But yet, if you were to test the blood or if you were to lick the blood, you would taste the iron in your mouth. Or if you were to like test it, you'd be like, oh, there's iron in this blood. But you can't see it, and it's like the other thing. You have the shit in there. It's just sitting there. You're like, there's full of lead. No, dude, there's none. Well, how do you know? Dude, you have to taste blood to taste the lead. You have to taste his poop.
See, I feel like crap right now.
It's poop.
See, I feel like crap right now for saying this, but I did watch a YouTube video of a YouTuber who has like a giant ass rare earth magnet.
He eat poop?
And no, and a lot of people were asking him like, well, there's iron in blood, so does the giant magnet like mess with your blood in your system when you're handling it? And he's like, you know what? That's actually a good question. So he went to a butcher and he got like a 5-gallon drum of pig's blood, and he put it. The way he tested it is he filled up a pool of water, like a big old 20-gallon drum of water, and he put a piece of foam in there, and he put a shot glass on there, a little like plastic shot glass, and he filled the shot glass with the blood to the rim. So now, if he brought the magnet close, you could see it push the cup of blood across the water, right? Because it's not like a floating piece of foam. And he brings it close, and it actually pushes it away.
Oh, really?
And he's like, what the fuck? He's like, I didn't think it would do that. And then he figured out later that when the blood it's some sort of, it goes through a chemical process when it's inside of you. The iron isn't activated or some shit. It doesn't work when it's inside of you.
Until it hits
but yeah, when it touches the air, it activates something in there to where it will push the iron inside of your blood. It's kind of like when you cut yourself and you get a scab. It was something weird. I watched it like 6 years ago, but just kidding.
I was kind of curious about that with what is that shit?
You're not a scientist.
And X-Men or whatever. When like the girl like sticks the magnesium or the metal or whatever inside the dude when they're at the bar, who's like the guard for the Magneto, and it goes to the bar and he's like, "You got a really high concentrated iron in your blood," and he's like, "What?" He's like, "Do you like lifts him up?" And he's like, "Ugh," and he's like ripping out all the little bits of iron out of his blood and shit. And it creates about like 3 little balls. Have you seen like 3 iron balls? Mm-hmm. And he just fucking breaks out of the prison with 3 little iron balls. He just like sends them around like bolts, like ripping everything to pieces, and just like destroys everything. One of them becomes like a little tiny plate. Just carries his ass out of there and shit. It's fucking crazy. But that's what I kind of imagined it. If you took a big old big ass magnet, it's like, dude, we're gonna prank this guy, all right, bro? We got this giant magnet right above his head. He's gonna come in here thinking he's on a blind date. We'll have the girl sitting on the table waving, "Hey, babe!" The fucking pumps all the fucking iron out, all the chains.
It's just a skeleton laying there on the ground because it like skinned
couple
him.
gold fillings and shit. Dude,
it's a prank, bro. It's a fucking prank. He's just dead.
You'd have like metal in your arms or something. It's like pulls everything out of there. It's like, oh. Dude, it's just a prank, bro.
No, it's like you broke your leg and arm in elementary school, so they put a fucking iron rod in there and an iron one in your leg, and you walk in, and just smashes your arm and leg up at the top.
Some like mob boss knows that. That'd be a good like tactic and stuff. "Hey Tony, I got your money, man. I'll have your money by Tuesday." "You should have had my money by Tuesday. Your time's up." It's like fucking what? It's like, what's that you got in your leg? A metal plate? "Oh yeah, from 5th grade." "You're gonna have to remember those days as a 5th grader when you got to use that leg because I'm taking it." "Next Tuesday you'll have my money."
How am I supposed to get your money without a leg, Tony? That ain't my problem.
2 legs. Dude, that would be the worst. I don't think anyone... Does that ever happen anymore, you think? Or do you think that ever happened?
Mobsters?
Do you think that became like an allure that a mobster kind of like kept pushing forward? Because I know like Sopranos, that I'd always watch Sopranos, and they mess a guy up here or there, rough him up because they're in the wrong landscaping business area or whatever. But do you think that they actually...
in the wrong neighborhood, boy.
Dude, in one of the Sopranos, he did that. He's like, "Hey, this is my cousin Vinny's place or whatever." And the guy's like, "I'm doing it now." And he's like, "This is my cousin's." And he like walks over and he like throws the guy on the ground and they start fighting. And they end up fighting the dude or whatever. And he like kicks him on the ground. And he like fucking, the guy's like laying there and he kicks his arm and like fucking like breaks it because it's like laying against the curb. And he's like, "Ugh!" And he's like, "Yeah, try and mow the lawn now with your fucking broken arm," or whatever. He's like, "This is my cousin's." And then like that's where I'd seen it or whatever. But imagine that shit, you're like, "Oh, okay, oh, damn, I got shaken down, this is the mob's area." I don't know if if the mafia and stuff actually did that much shit that you hear people talk about, like give them lead shoes, give them that, give them this, or
make them go swimming with the fishes.
Do you think that they were probably like, "Dude, these people aren't listening to us. Tell them we killed that fucking twerp back in the other town, and that he's swimming with the fishes. Everybody knows he moved to Botswana. Not anymore. He's dead." It's like, oh shit.
I don't know. I think they actually did kill people.
Oh, absolutely, man.
Dude, it's like fake news or propaganda.
They got the bodies back in the day.
I think if you wronged them in a raw, like super hard way, they did kill you. But I think if you were just some shop owner and you moved into new town, into the new block, they'd probably come in and be like, "Hey, Hugh, you like this place? I like this place. I like the wallpaper.
And really spruce it up quite nice.
I like what you did."
It'd be a damn shame if something happened here.
Yeah. Be ruined and break. Oh, you pretty little swallows.
Is that really loud?
Does it sometimes do that? We're having some technical difficulties
It's
here.
loud, probably. You'll have to tell us if it seems loud in the comments.
Yeah, if it's fucking loud, just turn it down.
If it's loud, just comment, and then we'll be like, "Oh,
If it's
fuck,
loud,
it's
cover
loud.
your fucking ears, huh?
Yeah.
If it's
It'd be a
loud, turn
damn
it down, you
shame if you
bitch.
couldn't hear
can
it.
Probably use your little headphone, little thing on the side of your headphone. Turns down the volume. Hello, how's it going?
I don't know. No, I think it's just fucked up, dude.
No, it does that because it's playing like live or whatever. When you stop.
Wait, are you streaming this right now?
I wish.
Streaming live
Shit.
on stream.com.
Wait, aren't you going to be streaming here shortly?
I
Or
want
is
to
it
get into it, but I'm kind of debating on what I should do. Like, I want to do kind of like a
Just
persona
do like
thing.
the cam girl thing.
Just be butt
Yeah,
naked.
Just be cam.
No, you don't have to be butt naked. You can
Where I'd
wear a Borat mankini
That's exactly what I was just thinking.
and just lay on your
Bikini.
bed and do homework. I don't know.
I'm doing homework, guys, tonight. First grade math. I've been struggling with this for 20 some odd years now.
Would you try and do every night, or were you going to try and do like what's your sketch?
Yeah, I was thinking about doing every night, and then on the weekend, like I'll dedicate like 5-6 hours to just going ham.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. That'd
But-
be the way to do it, because you could do. Do you stream a little now?
No, I have everything set up for it, so I'm thinking I wanted to make it look really good out of nowhere, just to kind of appear on the scene, you know, like boom, I'm here, bitches. I need subscribers, and I'll start
Some
paying
fries,
people.
motherfucker.
That's good. Yeah, it's always good to have like the ducks in a row. And it's like, pop
But
up.
like, I kind of want to be myself because then it gives me the.
Oh no, you'll never get any viewers.
I know,
You
but
can do it. You can stream it live too off of our YouTube. So you can also stream live on there, and then you'll
There you
save
have
it,
it.
and then we can have all your. We'll just add those on there.
Yeah. Well, the reason I want to do myself is because I'm kind of random. Like right now, we were doing like mobsters, you know, like we were acting
Oh,
like
I don't
mobsters,
even-
and then like a few days later, we're acting like cosmonauts or whatever, right? And we're just doing brand. It's on like it's a free flow thing. So I don't want to.
it phonies.
Yeah. So I don't want to. I don't want to tie myself down to one thing. Like I don't want to be like some people out there where they're just one persona. You know what I
Hear
mean?
that, ladies?
Huh?
He's like, I'm a man of many faces.
Yeah. I'm a man of many faces.
Master of disguise or whatever.
I'm a jack of all
Turtle.
trades, master of none.
Turtle. Well, shit. On that note,
Why not
let's
turtle
just
enough?
we'll send this one off, and then we'll tell the people to look for you on Twitch.
Yeah, just keep look. If you're listening to this podcast right now, just be like excited because sometime in the near future, it could be tomorrow, could be the day after that, could be 20 years from now. Nobody knows. I don't even know, but I'll tell you who does know. Santa Claus. So be out, beware.
It'll be before Christmas.
It'll be out.
Check your stocking. It'll be a pre-stocking gift, huh?
Yeah. Tell your mother.
Yeah, man. We should definitely do that, or at least look for that, because I think that'd be cool, watching you stream and stuff or whatnot.
It definitely would be. Just make sure to remember to comment.
And we'll
like-
shout it out. We'll
Cam
post
Girl
all this
Abby.
shit on Lost Minds or everywhere you can find fucking the new stream.
It'll probably be Gossip Girl at Twitch.
And you can always find Lost Minds t-shirts or Lost Minds any other merchandise, I guess, through the loot tab and whatever we have on brickanderson.com, or go to the Amazon and you can find everything there that you need, really.
If you need to buy your family
Can't
gifts
find
for
on Amazon,
Christmas,
fuck
make
off.
sure you through our link, because I know you guys will be spending mad cash this year.
Yep.
$6 billion estimated, U.S. government, whatever.
We
Oh, yeah.
also have some Christmas gifts that we want, so you can send them our way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
New computer would be great.
Yeah, send them. You can always, comment on the videos. You can always send us DMs, all kinds of stuff, if you want to have any of that stuff shipped over to you or whatever. But, yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Smash the fucking computer in front of you as a like button.
Don't do that. Smash the like button, though.
If the like button is inside the computer, and then you have to smash the computer to get to that like button. So you're going to have to do that. But, yeah, thanks for listening. Catch you next time.
Bye, Felicia.